Okay, welcome back. We're just about to start the Bondaseal phase, so make sure you get your rod in the turner and that it's supported, ready to go. So we've already prepped that. You've got your Bondaseal, okay, and that you can get the cap off the tin. We use these type of caps for the Bondaseal. They've got a plastic insert, so that gives you a nice tight seal when you're finished using that and stops air from getting into the tin. Too much air in there, you'll have to throw the tin away. We use a foil dish just to pour the Bondaseal in and work from that. And there's our applicator, which is a foam brush. Get different categories of these. You know, some will disintegrate in Bondaseal, so make sure you've got a decent foam brush. I like to use a nice soft one. So that's that. A pair of gloves just to make sure the stuff doesn't get stuck on your hands. A little bit of acetone for cleaning up, and use that to clean the rim of the tin. Obviously some tissues and some sort of respirator. The stuff's quite toxic, so get in the good habits of using some sort of respirator, protect your lungs a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to pour a bit into the foil dish and then we'll see how we get on. I'll show you how to coat the blank. Okay, we're just about ready to go, and if my voice is a bit muffled, it's because I've got the respirator on. So remove the cap from your Bondaseal and then pour a little bit into that aluminium foil dish, just enough to cover the bottom. Okay, then use your tissue then just to wipe around the edge of your tin, because once you put the lid on it will stick, and then go inside the neck of the tin as well just to wipe off that excess. Okay, and that's what the acetone's there for, because that will clean it up. So a bit of acetone on your tissue there, just go inside the neck of the bottle or the tin, give that a wipe. Okay, and that gets off that Bondaseal from inside the tin. Okay, and then you can just screw the cap back down and it won't stick. Okay, so that'll preserve that for next time. Okay, then we've got our foam brush, so we've got our Bondaseal solution in the dish. We're going to start down this end, so I'm just going to move the camera. Okay, let's just pick that up and go for a ride. Okay, hopefully it's just about in the right position. Okay, so we're going to get the rod turner going. Okay, and you just dip that foam brush into your Bondaseal. Key critically, just wipe off the excess because you don't want too much. Now once you start this, you can't stop because this stuff goes off pretty quickly. Okay, so the first thing to do is get up fairly close to the EVA grip. Okay, and use the brush across the blank. Okay, so you're going to get a nice seal in that part of the rod. Okay, there we go. So you don't want to be putting too much on. This is obviously quite thin. Okay, and then just work your way down the blank. Nice even strokes just to wipe off that excess. Now I haven't put any colour pigment in this because once we go over the decal, of course it needs to be clear. Okay, and you can see how far I've got down the rod without needing to reload the foam pad. Okay, now we're just coming up to the decal. So again, do a dip, wipe off the excess. Okay, and we'll just go over that decal. Remember before it was all scratched up, and now they're nice and clear as if it was a brand new decal. Okay, because it will fill in all the scratches, so hopefully you can see that. You have to be reasonably quick with this stuff because it does go off and you don't want to be going back on what you've just done previously. Okay, because it will drag. Okay, I'll do is I'll reset the camera in a different position. Just going to move you up so you can see me coming down the right. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Just about had enough time to do that. And because the rod is obviously a different colour because it's grey, I can see exactly where I've been. It's when you come to put a second coat on, it's very difficult to find out the bits that you've covered. Okay, and that's all you do. So the foam brush I use as the applicator, and you get a nice even spread. And because the foam brush is loaded up with Bondaseal, as soon as you've gone over an area, there's enough Bondaseal in the foam pad to allow you to coat a good section of the rod blank. And you just keep going. Hopefully you can see that. Just about. Just readjust that for you. Okay. All the way down to the tip section. Now, a lot of the time one coat is enough. Sometimes you can go 2 coats if you want to, and you can apply the second coat within 3 or 4 hours. That'll be absolutely fine, but sometimes I wait to the next day. If you wait too long, what you need to do is you need to then rub that coat down with your wet and dry to create a key to get your second coat on. Okay, and that is it. Okay, hopefully you can just about see that. I'm just going to switch camera angles so that you can see. I've taken the insert out of this support here, so the end of my blank spins around freely in there. Okay, you don't need to go to the end because your rod tip will cover that. Okay, so I'll just take you down the blank all the way down to the decal. It's just come into view now, so we've got a nice clear coat on now, and then right the way down to there. Okay, I'll show you that decal again as it comes into view. Okay, nothing wrong with that at all. So there we go, quite simple. Okay, there's the acetone and the Bondaseal. Okay, so the next phase, once we come back, will be applying the tip section and starting to look at where the guides are going to go. Okay, catch up in a bit.